What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Cryptographics, and welcome to the morning daily updates news for everything Pulsechain, Hex, Hedron, Icosa, and the entire Richard Heart ecosystem. And today we have actually some interesting news. So yesterday we had a couple different updates to the GitLab side of things for Pulsechain mainnet, not for the test nets, for Pulsechain mainnet. So I'm going to share my screen here, and I'm going to show you what we're seeing. Let me share my screen. So first, it started with this. Started with a tweet on Twitter, of course, because you can't tweet anywhere else. And there was a screenshot floating around of Pulsechain dev activity on GitLab, where it's basically a user on GitLab that's connected to Pulsechain called 3 Capital, opened a merge request, mainnet Pulsechain, which seemed to be a merge related to sacrifice credits. And so that seemed exciting because, I mean, the last time we looked at, or we saw a testnet go live, the last thing to happen, second last thing to happen before the AMM fixer bot was the sacrifice credits and the sacrifice allocations. So this was like a second last thing that needed to be done, really. And then not only that, so this user, Aaron B, shout out to you for posting this, asked Brett EP, again, Pulsechain dev that we're familiar with, can you translate this, please? And of course, all Brett posts is a little smiley face. So, I mean, come on, man. If that doesn't shout we're close, I don't know what does. Like, I don't know what to say other than that on this front. We're so damn close now. And not only that, so that was this. So we had this come on where it's like, okay, it's getting ready for the sacrifice allocations. We're priming the code. And I'm only saying this as best I can here because I don't really understand the GitLab side of things when it comes to the terminology for coding. So if I'm getting it kind of wrong in terms of the articulation, my apologies, doing the best I can. But later that night, so yesterday evening, after this tweet had come out, there was another update that happened. And the update to sacrifice points was completed. So the sacrifice allocations for Pulsechain mainnet, for the people who sacrifice for Pulse and PulseX, are complete. So the only thing that I know of and that I've seen anyone talk about that knows their stuff is the AMM fixer bot. That's the only thing that needs to be done. So I'm not saying this is guaranteed, but Pulsechain mainnet could literally go live, assuming everything goes smoothly from here on out, within the next 48, 72 hours, less now, because it's been 12 or so hours since this has come out. So we're literally at the dawn of Pulsechain mainnet right now. And this is incredibly, incredibly exciting. So let me just quickly welcome everybody. And I still got 35 people in here. That's awesome. Morning, Ted. Morning, Philip. What's up, Kaisa? Crypto Sloth, bro. I know. I'm trying to get live as much as possible. I want to make as much content over the next 2 months because I had this amazing office space that I got. So I really want to make the most of it and make as much content for everybody as possible. BitMax, Richard will tweet Bitcoin bottom in a couple days to weeks. Pulsechain will go live on that day. Not a bad idea. I think that it could happen, but what happens if we see Pulsechain, if the last pieces of the puzzle are done in the next 48 hours? Never know, right? We need way more PLSX alpha, man. The stuff is becoming too simple. Yeah, I could get to PLSX stuff at some point, not in this stream. Well, it depends. We'll see. We're only 5 minutes in. I got some more time to go. We got about 25 minutes left. So let's try to make the most of this and see where we get. And if you have anything you want to learn about or want to go over that we can discuss, let's talk about PulseX at the very end. So I'll start your questions if you have it. Bashan Paswan, what's up? What's up? We got Roof Dog. And yeah, cheers, bro. Appreciate that. Give me actually 1 second, guys. I'm just really realizing I got to do one thing. And let's see here. And so, yeah, guys, Pulsechain mainnet seems so damn close. You can almost taste it. So damn close. Okay, save. And now let's move on to the next thing. Okay, so we got Pulsechain main. It looks like it's literally going to come out any day. So I hope your bags are packed. I hope you're ready to rock. I hope you know your strategy. If you don't, you want one. Link in the comments. I do coaching calls. Let's go, though, to the hex price. Let's talk about hex now. So we're going to go to what is happening with hex today. What the heck's going on? Let's go to hex. So last few times we've gone on here, I've had this little thing going on, which I'm not going to talk about, but it's there, and we're just watching it. And it's a shape, and it's going somewhere. And what's interesting about hex, like we were talking about in the last few streams, is we had like a local bottom around the 4.8 cents, kind of near where we talked about weeks ago. So I was thinking 5.3, but I didn't think it would go too much lower than that, just because this pink box is actually a liquidity wall that's going to prevent price from really wanting to plummet. So it's interesting, though, that mainnet is as close as it is. We know how close it is now. I mean, with everything that's come out in the sacrifice balances, we know that it's just the AMM bot. That's the last thing that needs to come out. And price just kind of drooped a little bit here. Like, look at this. This doesn't look good to me here. So, I mean, good's obviously subjective, because I think good long term, it's great because it's coming down and meeting with the Pulsechain hex to create parity. Long term is going to be easier if the EHEX price comes down, but for everyone holding hex, it doesn't look so pretty. The numbers go down in your wallet. So this isn't good, but this is kind of what I expected, because you can see here, this is buy the rumor, sell them. So basically there's some hype, like everyone's getting some hopium, and then right here, boom, we get news, Pulsechain V4s, or what was it? I think V3 was going to come out or something like that here. We had news of an update for V4 or something along these lines. Boom, buy the rumor, sell the news, all the way up to 13 cents basically. And then we dump back down. And now, because there's been no updates or no exciting updates, and people are like, well, the traders are slowly getting out because no one knows exactly when it's going to happen and it's not predictable. I think we're rinsing out the people that are just trying to take advantage of this situation. And we're going to end up somewhere in this pink box here. This is my prediction. So I don't know how long it's going to take, but once we hit the 5-4 cent range, it's going to take a little bit longer to move in price. Let's just adjust this properly here. Yeah, there we go. I have OCD. Sorry, guys. So hex gone down a little bit. Let's go to hex daily stats. Let's look at what the T-share rate is. The T-share is always climbing. Going to be the most rare thing in crypto at some point, guys. T-share price is $1,580. T-share rate's gone up to 27,113, which means, what does this mean here? Hold on. So let's go. Let's figure out what the average share price for, or the share amount for hex is worth. So let's go 1, 3. Whoa. So that's 1 billion trillion divided by this. So each hex is worth 36 million, or 36,882,000. Is that right? Yeah, 36 million. Hex is down to 36 million shares per hex. Not bad. We're going down. So 6.5 hex per T share. We're going up an average of about we went up 16 hex yesterday. Damn. Look at this. The last 3 days, we've gone up 45 hex per T share. That's pretty significant, actually. See, this is why the T share is so important to understand, because if you don't understand it and you're trying to play the long game, well, you're going to get left behind, unfortunately, because I mean, this is going to creep up with a lot of these the big payday stakes and the early hex stakes that are going to come out. Like, look at this, 18.6 hex. This is 30, basically 32 hex per T share gone up over in 2 days. That's pretty massive. In the course of like the 10 days or the 9 days here, that's a lot of hex. It's well over, that's like 60, probably 60, 70 hex. It's gone up in 9-10 days. So that's important to understand. Get your T shares while you can. They're not going to be here forever. I think that's everything to do with hex for the most part. Let me just check in with chat real quick, see how you guys are doing. Let's see here. Let's go. Okay, let me just hide my screen for a sec here. Stop screen share. What's up, Alan? Crypto Elite. Well, if Pulsex is bonded to Hex, won't the price go forever up for all three as long as the chain is usage, as more PLX is burned every day and it has to go up over time because supply gets eaten? Yes, but it also depends on what's happening with the other three. Like if the liquidity is bonded, but the either of them have more sell pressure than the buy pressure, it could drag down PLSX a little bit, or at least change the ratio. So I'm gonna start this, and we'll talk about this at the very end. Though, so I don't want to get too carried away. I'm gonna keep going here, try to get through everything that's going on. What's up, Eamon? Good to see you in here. Let me just turn down my mic here. I'm realizing I'm a little too hot. Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go. We're better now. Cool. Of course, we'll drop it over time. We'll keep going higher because the supply gets lesser and lesser. Not even talking about the no risk staking and increasing your bags. Oh, we'll talk about that. We talk about that from time to time. I'm going to start that. We'll talk about that at the very end. Hey, thanks for the super chat, Crypto Keeper. Appreciate that. I've seen some average predictions of 250x by 2025. Is that limp returns for waiting 2 years based on other chains that have released? That's whack. Well, I think, when you're looking at these gains, like you just don't know what's going to happen ultimately. And it's better to, at least in my opinion, in the position that I'm in, I would much rather talk about a little bit lower prices to be conservative, because even if I truly believe, which I'm not saying I do, but even if I truly believed it was going to go up 1000x, I don't want to say that publicly and, then if it doesn't happen, everyone's like, you said 1000x, what the heck? I would rather just not do that. Like, I think +2, that's insane. That means like everybody that sacked $1,000 is going to be a millionaire, right? So we got to be somewhere. And let's think about this for a second here. 250x. Where else in crypto can you get a 200, or where else in the world can you get a 250 times return on your money? That's a pretty freaking good return. Like at the end of the day, 250x. Yeah, if we're comparing apples to everything else, sure, it's going to seem like 250x is whack and we got ripped off and we want our money back and burn Richard Hart at the stake. But 250x is a lot of money. You put $1 in. Imagine this. You give someone $1 and they give you 250. Kind of hard to argue with that, but I understand. I don't think it's limp returns. I think that 250x is on the upper echelon of conservative, but it's possible. And it won't shock me when that does happen for at least one of them by maybe end of 2025, early 2026. Again, thanks for the super chat. Exactly. Pulse won't be gate kept like Hex was. Let's see here. All right, I'm going to pause on chat, and I'm going to get back into, we're going to talk about Hedron and Icosa now. So let me just share my screen. And first off, let's just go over the prices of each of these guys. And let's talk about Hedron. So Hedron's kind of chilling. They're all, everything kind of is just getting dragged down with Hex right now. We got an interesting little double bottom going on here. Little line going on. So we'll see. Hedron is supposed to be decoupled or decorrelated from Hex. So, if that's true, we could see something come up here, but I'm not convinced. I don't really see there being too much demand right now. We're going to get to that in a second on Hex model and why this might go up or down. Because this price seemed like these pumps that we've seen are all like, this one was due to an auction day that was coming up. This one due to big auction day came down. This one due to an auction day. So there's a correlation, obviously. And at the moment, that's the reason why Hedron pumps. So let's take a look after Icosa at what the auction days are looking like, because today is actually supposed to be a day where there's about 450 T shares going in for auction. So we could see, I'm surprised we're not seeing it actually, a little bit of a rise, but hey, is what it is. Icosa is now, I think, down to like 9, just below 10 to 1, 10 hex per Icosa. So let's see if we can pull up the hex Icosa chart. And let's just switch this. Yeah, about 9, just shy of 10. Just shy of 10 hex per Icosa. So we're kind of chilling. We kind of got this nice little baseline here that we're sitting at. We're almost going crabbing sideways. It's interesting. I don't know what this pattern is called, but this looks like a pattern here. This is interesting. So 10x per Icosa, not bad. Let's see what's going on the auctions. Okay, so yesterday there's about 190 hex, 35,000, 30,000. A couple 100,000 hex went up for grabs yesterday. Let me just refresh this real quick. And let's go back into the auctions. There's supposed to be a few more T-shares coming up today. Okay, that's not doing anything. Okay, let's go to hexmodel.com. Again, so we got the Icosa price 57 cents, Hedron price 5 zeros and a 2, so 48.5x to its ARB ceiling, and Icosa about a 4 point something x to its almost 4x to its ARB ceiling, so 75% down. Let's take a look at the HSI auctions here. Let's see what's going on. How's everybody doing, chat? We got 90 of you in here this morning. Amazing. That's cool. Let's see here. Where are we going? Where am I going? Okay, let's go here. So we got the May 9th, 429 T-shares coming up for grabs today. So we could see a little bit of Hedron rise today in terms of the price. And then May 19th, so 10 days from now, we should see 1,100 T-shares coming up. That's pretty juicy. So over the course of the month, we got 429, 357. So basically call that 800. We're going to round way up. 800. So that's basically 2,000. 2,500, 2,400, we'll call it 3,000. Yeah, so over like 3,000 T-shares over the next month and a half. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. So 3,000 T-shares going to the HSI auctions. And let's just take a look to see what the average discount was. Again, look at this, 69% off. It's crazy. 75% off, 70% off, 68% off, 66% off. Man, sweet deals. I would wonder, though, with the gas, what the actual discount is, including any kind of bidding that's happening with these as well. So would be very curious to see that. 35 million Hedron. That's it, hey? Wow. 14 million. Yeah. Crazy. Really cool. All right. So let's go back into chat here. And really, that's the news going on in the ecosystem at the moment. Not too much today. There's been no sign of Richard. There's been no extra tweets today. We're kind of just waiting to see what happens. Yeah, so let's check in with chat real quick here. So let me see what I missed. Yeah, Pulse will not be gatekept like Hex was. Did you sacrifice? I did. If you did, put number 1 in the chat. Let's see if anyone put it. Yeah, don't dox yourself. If you don't have to. What's up, Red Squirrel? Good to see you, man. And Mudhog, welcome. Yeah, Hex is gonna do real well long term, at least in my opinion. T-shares is the secret sauce. Let's see here. I know. Yeah, I know. It sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry you got hit by that too. It's really brutal. Yep. DCing is the winning strategy, in my opinion, over weeks when Pulse launches. Don't go ham. I mean, or do whatever. It's your money. It's your decisions. But DCing is probably going to be an idea that you should consider. What's up, Legalize Hex? Good to see you. Let's see. Hey, JB. And Crypto Keeper, thanks again for the super chat. So 250x for 1,000 months is only 250,000. Well, 250x on $1,000. Yeah, 250,000. But we're talking about, I was just saying 1,000x. But yes, you're right. Memes don't have sacks or pre-sales is why they pump so hard if team holds their massive bags into a rug. Very high risk, high reward. Exactly. And it's going to be interesting because we're going to have all those meme coins that got that did some pumping, some serious pumping, to get copied over to Pulsechain. And if they know about that and they know they get their free copy, I wonder what happens. maybe round 2 of meme season on Pulsechain. That could be wild. Yeah, I kind of figured this was going to be the happen there, Ted, which is such a bummer. Jay, everything. What's up, man? Super Juan. Can Icosa reach $5? Yeah, it's not based on it's limited-ish by hex, but right now I think the ceiling price should be, let's go home. What is the ceiling price for the Icosa ceiling's at $2.33. So basically, if hex hits right now, like roughly around the 12-cent mark, we should be about the ceiling for Icosa should be $5. So if Icosa rises to its ceiling price by the time hex is at somewhere around 10 to 12 cents next, then Icosa will absolutely be able to reach $5. And that's only the beginning. Guten Morgen. Morning, Bobby. Thanks for being here, man. Good morning, Crypto Freedom. Good to see you. Yeah, hey, here's the thought, guys. If you haven't already, go ahead and smash that like button. Smash the subscribe. Would really appreciate it. Let me just go up, and I'm going to address now. Because we got a little bit of time. We got about 20. I got about 9 minutes left before I got to log off here. 8 minutes left. So let's talk about PulseX for a second. Well, if PulseX is bonded to Hex, won't the price go up forever for all three as the chain has usage, as more PLSX is burned every day, and it has to go up over time because supply gets eaten? Yes, to the degree that PLSX is always going to get eaten, and the price will possibly go up forever. Well, it won't go up forever. That's the first misconception with this, is that the buy and burn always equals price going up, because the buy and burn, consider it the buy and burn as buy pressure, but buy pressure can always be outweighed by sell pressure, right? So if there's a point in time where sell pressure for the entire ecosystem is greater than the combined buy pressure of the market, or the buy and burn plus whatever the market wants to buy, then the price of PulseX will go down. Like, it doesn't have a choice. It's just as simple as that. The buy and burn isn't a up forever mechanism. Long term, it adds, because it's constantly moving the baseline up for when sellers are exhausted, but it's not going to just push things up forever. If liquidity is bonded, then it's going to help everything move up faster, and could also be a preventative measure for the price going down, maybe as much as it wants to go down. But think about it this way: if we get $1 billion in volume through PulseX, that's $600,000. And if you look at Hex, like a $600,000 buy is a pretty significant buy, and it moves the price a decent amount. But it's not like we go from like 6 cents to like 10 cents with the $600,000 buy. It's not like that. We go 5 or something percent. We move from 5.5 to like 5.8 or something like that, or 5.7, I think it is. And so it's important to understand that even if it's bonded, the buy and burn isn't going to make things go up forever. It's going to really help. It's going to do some amazing things, but it's not going to just constantly push the price up forever. It doesn't work like that. How much for Das Alpha? Well, let me get back to you on that. I'll have to get my people to cut in contact with your people and give you a quote. Let me see here. Appreciate it, Crypto Noob. Thank you. Yeah, guys, make sure you come on. So Access and I are going to be streaming in 4 hours, 3.5 hours. So we're going to be going deep today. We got some ideas. If you want to learn a ton from a guy that has a seriously big brain, a galaxy brain, like I'm talking massive galaxy, spiral galaxy brain, you're going to want to tune in. And I'll put the link in the chat here so that you guys can come on in and check it out. Let me just get this here. Man, I hope you guys know who Access Alive is. If you don't know who Access Alive is, you guys got to follow him. Guy is absolutely monstrous in his knowledge. Her Pulsechain sites are being updated. Well, let's check it out. Let's do that live on stream here. So let's go. I'm going to share my screen and let's go check it out because we got about 5 minutes left before I got to hop off. Let's see here. Present. Let's go here. Let's go to pulsechain.com. Mainnet's closer than ever. Okay, don't see anything there. That looks normal. Let's go to pulsex.com. Okay. It's the free after the Pulsechain mainnet release. Okay, this is looking good. I think this is maybe a little bit different, but not too much. Let's go to app.v4. Going on with the testnet. This is all looking the same. Let's check the pulse ramp bridge here. I swear if that, I don't know if you guys have seen it. We'll check that one thing actually. That's pretty cool. So first off, PulseX on testnet is like 6 cents. So that's cool. I love that. I want more of that. Let's go to pulse ramp bridge. Okay. Mainnet's not live yet. Or the mainnet bridge is obviously not live, but check this out. This message will go away when the Pulsechain mainnet bridge is live. So there's your sign. If you want something as your sign that the mainnet bridge is open, here it is. Watch this as your indicator. Let's see here. Let me just switch to stop screen sharing. Academaciated. I'm so glad I can finally say your name. I remember the time. I remember when you first got in here that I literally couldn't pronounce your name, and it was hilarious. Ludi, anyone know how to get HSIs on ETHW? I mean, I personally wouldn't recommend going there. It's not really worth the whole. I mean, if you really, I mean, up to you totally, but I actually don't even know if you can, to be honest. So, number calc not working in PulseX. Interesting. Let's go to the app.pulsex.com, and I'm going to share my screen again. We'll check it out together. Could you imagine if Pulsechain mainnet went live right as we're on stream here? Okay, let's see. Okay, so that's working. What do you mean? What do you mean? I think we're nearly 24. Number calc not working in PulseX. If you want to clarify what you mean by that, and we'll go check it out. My people, direct line open. Tangent heard something from James on chain. Interesting. Yeah, I actually think we're like 24, 48 hours out as well. But we'll see. I am totally open to the idea that we're all wrong again and not quite there, you know? Yeah, actually, I want to talk about this quickly because we got about a minute left before I got to hop off. And I want to talk about liquidity real quick. Talked about it yesterday. The liquidity that we're seeing in PulseX, do not count on that actually being the liquidity that's the same at in mainnet. Like, yes, we have billions in liquidity, like 41 billion liquidity, but like, where the hell is that going to come from in reality when mainnet comes online? That's not going to happen. The largest pair between Hex or ETH and USDC has about 250 million. That's it. Think about that for a second. So we're not going to see these numbers. We're not, which means increased volatility for sure. And different fees, different everything. So on that note, though, guys, let's see. We got Bill. What's up, Bill? Welcome. Have a great day, everyone. I am off to have fun getting back surgery. Oh, wow. Yeah, I hope that goes well. Be well. See you soon. I sure as hell hope mainnet doesn't start without me. Don't worry, Bill. You got time. There is really not going to be too much rush when it comes out unless you have some crazy plan you're trying to game the system, which I never recommend because it's a losing strategy unless you're in the top like 0.00001% of people that actually make the right decisions. And because you're competing with bots too, you're competing with very intelligent people that have already pre-programmed things to fight against you to take advantage of the scenarios that you maybe can't even think of or don't know how to. So good luck with that. But if you're not playing that game, like I'm pretty sure you aren't, Bill, then you definitely can just relax and wait. Click to view. This is overhyped. Don't you feel that sometimes? Why not the announcing date? Only shilling going on every each day, but the result is soon. Ready this week, couple week. Why not date time come out? It's a complicated answer, but long story short is preventing people from gaming the launch to take advantage of it and then get out. That's more or less what it is. And on that note, though, guys, we're at the 30-minute mark. I have to head out and get ready for some stuff here. So thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. Go ahead and smash the like and subscribe. And every single day during the week, I'm going to be doing these streams just for daily updates on what's going on in the ecosystem, Pulsechain news, Hex, Hedron, Icosa, the rest of the ecosystem. And it's going to be through the week at 9 a.m. Pacific time, a little earlier today because I have a client call in 30 minutes. But every single day at 9 a.m. And if you want help with the Pulsechain ecosystem, you want to learn, I mean, I have a book that's out that's somewhere. Oh, it's actually really hard to do this. I got a book on Amazon called Crypto Practical Investing Handbook. Go ahead. It's in the link in the description. And go check that out. There's a free PDF on cryptographics. And I also do one-on-one coaching if you want to learn about Pulsechain, Hex, Hedron, Icosa, the whole 9 yards. Links in the description for that as well. Anyways, though, guys, not here to show that. Just daily updates. And so, again, thank you for being here. I'll see you guys in 3.5 hours with Access Alive when we start going very deep into some pretty technical, but also very, very important analysis. And I'll see you guys then. Have a great day. And hopefully Pulsechain launches soon. Peace.